Hey there, we are going to make the Valentine's Day hair clips. So I've already gone ahead and I have pre-done some of the clips with white flour. I use the baby wipe method. It's just fragrance-free baby wipes. My paint is all Home Depot paint, Sherwin-Williams colors most of the time. That's why I give you kind of a color and a number. Let's get started. So I am going to use grenadine and I'm going to do the little icing. It's going to be the same as how I did the freebie for this month. So we'll see how long this runs if we're going to actually do the little, I kind of did them to look like little seed beads. Was kind of the idea behind that. So let's see here. I'm gonna keep with the grenadine. I don't really know what my color choice is, so we're kind of winging it. And I'm gonna do one of these little hearts here. I don't know if you can see it. So we'll just try to get in there without going over. And let's see. I'm gonna take and use a darker color lingonberry punch, and I'm gonna do the little mushroom cap. I just started and now I'm hearing fireworks, so hopefully that doesn't come through. And so I'm just going along here. I might do a second coat, but you can kind of just see. So I like the baby wipe because you can see that it's not getting into the stitch lines. And all I'm doing is when I, let me grab another color. Let's do Thermal Spring, and we'll do the bird. All I'm doing, I have a whole plethora of paints here, but I just dip into the paint and I'm just getting it just enough so it's not pooling on my, and then I just lightly go over it, especially with the scored parts. And if you're more comfortable with using a brush, go ahead. I just like how quick this is. And then also too, you could use, I know a lot of people use makeup sponges, sorry, and then do it that way. So I'm gonna probably come back and do a second coat on these. So we'll just keep moving along. I'm gonna do the little frog in overt, give you the color here, overt green. And I'll add the colors to the listing. Right. And then you can go from there. But same thing, I'm just tapping it off and we're gonna go right over the whole thing. And just be kind of mindful for the edges. I can't believe people are still doing fireworks. My dog used to be horrible with fireworks, and now she's just too old and can't hear them, so kind of a blessing, I guess. Antique tin is what I'm going to do the little chocolate kiss. So we'll do that one. Sorry if this is going either too quick or too slow. I'm just trying to get it out there so then you guys can use these colors, not use these colors. We spent the day sheetrocking downstairs. We're making a little mother-in-law suite. I think I'm gonna do, it's called Golden Rule for the little bee. I already did its wing in the white flour. Just grabbing some of that. And let's see, I'm gonna go back and try to get my little overt green, and I'm gonna actually try something here. I don't know if this will turn out or not, but we'll see. I'm just gonna try to do the little end here. I'm not worried about that because we're gonna fill in with that. And then I'm gonna try to do the thermal spring just a little teeny bit. And see if I can, I'm just trying to add a little color, I guess. I don't know. You guys can do whatever. You guys are great at picking out colors and stuff, and I sometimes have problems. But yeah, so my arms are killing me from like overhead doing the sheetrock. Okay, so now I'm gonna do Tame Teal, and I'm gonna do the little wing for, this is the little wing for the bird. And we'll come back and do a little, maybe a little shading with the darker teal just to kind of bring it all in. I don't know. We'll see. My mat's stuck there. Let's do a little on the head here. Just see if that turns out cute. I'm just trying to find a clean place that kind of went over a little bit. Oh, the wings. I'm gonna grab a new, oops, sorry, a new baby wipe, and we are going to go into the magical purple. It's called Magical, so that's the lighter one. And I'm just gonna try to get this wing here. I'm trying to get all these pieces done so then maybe they'll dry. We'll just see. And then let's do, this other one is called, it's a little bit darker, and it's called Purple Sky. I just went with colors I had. Go ahead, use colors you have. I know that, you know, paint can get to be expensive, so I just try to use what I have. I had kind of gone online and looked to see what was, you know, the paint colors for Valentine's Day 2024, and they kind of had these paint colors. So I'm gonna go back to that lingonberry. I missed this little heart, and I'm gonna get this little heart. So once you figure out your colors, you'll be way better at this than I will right off the bat, because I wasn't sure exactly what colors I was going to use. So then you can pick and do, like, if you're going to make a quantity of them, then I would set them up and then do each color throughout the whole. And that didn't really give it much difference, but maybe with the shading. Okay, let me go back to the thermal spring, and we're just gonna add another little to the bird. Okay, and I think I wanna do a little bit more of this grenadine with this one, just to give it a little bit. So I'm excited. I kind of tried to keep like a whole theme, so then if you were gonna do like multiple different things, so I did keychains and magnets and hair clips, and I've even got a wreath going, and then I'm super excited about my little gnome that I have, that I did. Here, I'm just looking to make sure I got it all. I'm gonna set this aside and see if I can get it to dry. I'm excited about the little interchangeable gnome. I can't wait. It's got like extra pieces on the back, so to store the pieces in and then make it stand all in one. So I'm excited about that. Okay, I'm not sure if, you know, I have new people looking or watching, so I'm gonna try to bring this forward. And so this is just water. This is actually a wet baby wipe, but you could use a wet paper towel. I'm just grabbing an angle brush, and what I'm gonna do, now I've already sanded these with 220 grit sandpaper. Before I do that, I don't wanna forget to do this little guy here. So I am using, was it hot cocoa? No. Baked cookie? I think, no, I wanna do, my apologies, I wanna do hot cocoa. So just a second. And I'm gonna get the little ice cream cone bottom. I don't wanna forget. So then that's drying while I'm doing all this other. So just bear with me for just a second. And I just want to get this in there. Hopefully you can see. Shake the whole table, I guess. And then I'm just coming back and I'm gonna lightly, I just wanna pull some of that paint off because I just want it lightly done. Okay, get rid of that one, that was dirty. So back to what I was saying. Okay, angled brush, I'm just gonna wet it, activate it, and then I'm gonna tap it off on my wet paper towel. And then I'm gonna come in with, let's see, Turkish coffee. And I'm gonna find a place on my plate, but I'm just getting the tip of it. Can you see that? The tip of it. And I'm just gonna come here. This is kind of a good spot. And I'm gonna just kind of bring it down. I can already tell that I'm gonna need a little bit more water. So I'm gonna grab a little more water. And I'm coming back into this spot that I just was. And so I'm just trying to look for an ombre. I know people use tinfoil. They can use, even on the sheet here. I just love that on these paper plates, they have kind of a gloss. And so then it gives me, I can go back to that same spot where if I was to use this paper, the paper would just suck it right up, and then I have to keep going back. And all I'm doing is just touching the tips. I just kind of like to give it a little kind of aged look a little bit. So I'm just touching the tips. Doesn't have to be perfect. We're not going for perfection. And I'm just gonna go around, grab a little more water, and get all these tips. And you wouldn't even have to do this if you wanted to just leave them the way they were, and that's fine too. I don't know why my table's so floppy tonight. I'm just grabbing a little bit more. And I'm doing the same thing. I just keep coming back to that same spot, loading more up on my brush. And then I'm just gonna go through and do all of these. And as soon as this one dries a little bit more, I'll come in and do a little shading on the little ice cream cone. I'm gonna set it down here and see if I can get it to dry a little bit. I know, I'm hoping we can get upstairs insulated like we have downstairs for the mother-in-law suite, but as I'm sitting here, my nose is frozen. It's okay. I am blessed with the space, so I will take it. And I'm keep going back to the same spot, grabbing some more. That's what I like about the plate. It just can keep going. So I hope you guys all had amazing holidays. You guys are gonna hear more and more chickens now. I don't know if you've watched some of my previous videos and heard the chickens in the background. It's nighttime now, so they're all in, but usually you can hear them when I'm trying to do videos. Well, I had an incubator full already, and then I had gotten a second incubator just as, like, you should always have like a backup just in case. So my husband took it upon himself to put in more. One incubator holds 56, so I have 2 incubators going now. Yes. So we are gonna have way more chickens than I know what to do with, but hopefully we'll find a home for them. Okay, so that's all that was shading. I actually want to sand it first before I put the beak on that one. I'm gonna put this back down here and see if I can get that. Let's do a little shading on, well, first I need to sand, I guess. Let's see. It's hard to tell. My fingers are frozen off if everything is dry or not dry. But you definitely want to make sure you dry before you try sanding, because it's so much better. So, let's see here. I'm going to add a little shading to that one. Oh, that'll be good. Sorry if I'm shaking you. And you kind of want to go with the grain. So some of these I might just leave them just so then you kind of see. Okay, let's see. Let's do the beak so we can get that dry. Just take any orange color. This is gonna be Ember Glow is what I'm gonna use. But any orange color, or if you'd rather use the yellow, that's fine too. And we are going to take a littler brush and just paint on his beak. I try to do quick without a lot of like little detail. Oh, if you want to use paint markers for this, that would be fine too. But yeah, I don't like to spend a ton of time because I don't want to charge super amounts of money, and I still would like to make some money. Okay, so there was the beak. Let's see. I still have the brown, so let's do the brown shading for that. The little cute little mushroom. So just up underneath, and then I'll just come back and do a little down here, just to give it a little something. So there's the little mushroom. think I'm gonna add some little hearts onto it. Let's see here. Let's do Garden Grove, and let's do the center. I want it to look like a little patch. So bear with me here. We're gonna grab some of this Garden Grove and try to find a spot. I hate to go to the other side, but okay. I'm just getting it in my brush. And this is gonna be kind of tricky because I can't really see. And you're gonna be like, what is she doing? But I am going out of the line because I kind of want it to look like an applique. If that makes sense. If any of you have done sewing, you maybe have done appliques. So again, doesn't have to be perfect because usually, you know, you can cut out the applique after it's stitched, or however you've done it, or maybe you've even hand stitched. So but I'm just going along, I'll show you here before I paint the center. I'm just going along the outside. I know it's hard to see. Excuse me. And then I'm gonna go in the center and fill it in. Hopefully this is looking okay because I can't see. This is kind of the same idea that I did with those ornaments. Okay, so before I fill in the center, just so then you can see kind of what that looks like. Hopefully you can see that. And now I'm just gonna go with the paint and just fill it in. Before I didn't fill it in, but I think what I wanna do is put some cute polka dots on it. I'm not the greatest with polka dots, but we will see if we can make them cute. Just so then it looks like, you know, a piece of fabric that would be cute. And sorry, I should have just taken it off the mat. Okay, so there you can see, I'm gonna let that dry. Let's see, what else do we need to do? Let's go and I'm gonna do some shading with the, let's see, thermal spring. And again, if you wanna do something else, go right ahead. I'm just gonna pull a little bit of this thermal spring here. And I'm just gonna go on the outside of this button. Try not to put my hand in anything, or arm. I just like the mat because it holds it in place. I'm sorry if it's kind of a pain for you guys to see. So there, I just went around the button. Let's do, I should have done this when I had the brown, but let's do the brown again, and we'll do the B button. So same thing. It's the little wing for the B button. And I suppose you could do, since it's a wing, you could do like blue or something too if you wanted to. I've done that before, like with my little angel wings. That would be cute. Okay, and there is the little B button. So I'm gonna grab that little brush again, and I'm gonna bore you with painting. You can fast forward if you want. I'm gonna do the little bee lines. Try to. Huh. Hopefully I won't get my paint all over. I wish we could play some music so I don't have to bore you with my painting. Someday I'll get brave enough and maybe I'll get my daughter up here and have her help me, so then I could do an actual live with you guys, and then I could answer questions maybe while we're doing it. I know it's always fun. I love hanging out with other makers that have their lives going. I know it's fun. I don't know if I could do it. My attention span, I'm like a squirrel. I'm all over the place. Half the time when I'm doing this with you guys, I'm forgetting things. Okay, so there, that's done. Clean up my brush. Let's see, what else? I will not bore you with the little seed. What you would do for those is you would use a little stylus, and I'll show you how to use the stylus with the, I just got these at the Dollar Tree, but we'll do the eyes and stuff, but I will not bore you with that because that's gonna take a little bit of concentration, and then plus I can't really see. But what we will do is I'm gonna attempt to do a little heart on here and see. So what I recommend is whenever you're gonna use this and you're gonna try to do something, is a new little blob of paint. I know that's a little technical, just because then you're gonna get a better dot out of it. And I already struggle the way it is, so I'm trying to make things uniform. But I wanted to show you my attempt at making a little heart on here. So let's hope I can do this. So all I'm gonna do is put it down and like drag it down like that. And then I'm gonna go to the other side here and I'm gonna put it down and drag it down. So hopefully it looks like a heart, and then maybe doctor it up a little bit. So that wasn't the best, but that's what we're going with. Again, we're not looking for perfection. Let's try another one. So you just drag it down. I'm gonna actually clean off I got like a little lump of paint in there. And drag it down, and then try to okay, they're not perfect, but we're doing it. You guys, I would love to see how you do it. Oh my goodness, looks like my daughter would be able to do way better, but 2-year-old did it. Anyways, there you go. Let's do the eyes for the bird and the bee. And least get to the end with a couple of them, so then I can show you. I'm not gonna put them together because it's hard to take pictures with them on the hair clips, but I'll get to the clip part and show you what I do. I just did a little bit in this little antenna things too. Oh, and I've got my little frog. My hearts are pretty sad. I can't wait to see what you guys do. Okay, let's do, just because I want to try to redeem myself, I'm going to use the little end of the stylus. Oh, the paint's not dry, so I can't do the little frog. Sugar shoot. Well, okay, let me get one to the end for you so then I can show you the clip. And I guess you guys have done dots, polka dots. I'll show you the pictures, so then I'll finish them up and take pictures of them. Okay, so I use this art glitter glue. I put it in these little containers. I love it. It dries clear. It doesn't give me like a white fog. Some glues give a little white fog, you know, if it goes over or whatever, and I don't like that at all. And this stuff has been really good, and I like that because I do like Loctite, but that is like immediate, and you don't have there is no wiggle room to move it around and get it in place. So that sometimes is not my fave, but sometimes you need that type of glue. But so there it is. Just make sure it's down to the bottom like it should. So there it is. I have a link for these too, and I'll hopefully add that to the thing. But these are just the little alligator clips. I am on the hunt for to put their little Velcro clips, but for babies. So what you want to do is, now this would be the time to do either like, I've got like this super glue liquid or the professional liquid. I've got a couple more around here, but that's the glue that I would use to put these on, and then you just place them on the back and perfect, they're done. So that is the hair clips. I will get some pictures. I'll include the colors that I use, and hopefully these will dry and I can get the polka dots and stuff put on, and then a shading on there. So, but yeah, you can kind of see. So that will look like that. And by all means, you do what you want to do for colors. That will look like that. Let's see, the little mushroom, the little bee. The little frog will end up having polka dots on its tummy, but there you can get the idea. And these are gonna go here, but I'm gonna figure out some shading on them and make sure they're cute. And then this will be the little melted snow, ice cream. So there you have it. There they are. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear. Thank you.